Magic Man, the Magic Man. What? Who lives down Drury Lane? Who lives down Drury Lane? My references are getting more and more tenuous. Let's just crack the packs. That's what we're here for. Brighten up your day a little bit on a Monday because it's magic. It's Magic Monday. So we are going to see which card is the best in this pack. It could be lots of cards. It could be a single card. It could be none of the cards. It probably will be a card because that's the whole point. But we'll go through them. We'll discuss which cards are viable, which cards are not viable, full stop. And which cards that I just like the look of. So here we go. Dranath Healer. Decent card in the cycling build. Gains you a little bit of incidental life for something that you want to be doing already. Not too bad. Unexpected Fangs. A neat little combat trick. Could give you a little bit of life. That will keep you in the game for the time that you need to set up your own strategies. But just a straight up +1/+1 isn't going to make the world of good, but I do like this. Up next we have Adventurous Impulse, a nice little bit of filtering that might sway you to keep an otherwise unplayable opening hand. Yeah, it's okay. Searching for a creature. It's not a very high dig for 3 cards. You might as well just be running a decent creature in there, full stop. Next up we have Phase Dolphin. I've spoken about this card a few times. It's really good in allowing one of your creatures, your bigger creatures, to go through and potentially swing in for that last piece of damage to kill your opponents, which we all love. Cathartic Reunion, reprint, draw lots of cards, discard 2 cards. Not much more to say about that. Next up we have Blood Curdle, which immediately is better than these cards. We like removal, we like unconditional removal, we like removal that also gives you a benefit. This does all 3. The best piece of removal at common in this entire set. So we're going to keep that. Convolute doesn't come near it. You're going to keep this in your hand, and they could have a potentially, they could potentially buy themselves out of it. We don't like clauses that give your opponents a way out of it. It happens. It needs to happen. They don't get a choice. Bye creatures. Not too bad on the mum set. You need to be in the cycling theme, but it's not as good as unconditional removal. This is a nice little artwork though for the Volpakit. A decent mutate ability, but again, we're going to be hard pushed to beat just straight up removal. The artwork is pretty cool though. Exuberant Wolf Bear onto our uncommons. Whenever it attacks, you may change the base power and toughness of target human you control. Exuberant Wolf Bear's power and toughness. So you can get one of your smaller humans, i.e. Dranath Healer, and when they both swing, they both become a 4/4. So yeah, you'd have to wait a whole turn cycle to be able to attack with that. You have to guarantee that you have a human, and you have to guarantee that you don't mind whatever your opponent's board states potentially being able to block these. Yes, it seems cute, but it's a lot of hoops to jump through, and it's not going to be as effective as removal, believe it or not. We've spoken about the crystals. They're okay for a little bit of fixing and late game where you can cycle, but again, not as good as removal. Oh, look at that. So I think that's our second showcase artwork. We haven't had that before. That's pretty cool. And it's on a Pouncing Shore Shark. Whenever this creature mutates, you may return target creature an opponent controls to its owner's hand. That's pretty cool. And flash speed as well. Instant speed. That could disrupt your opponent's plans. And that artwork is super cool. I'm going to put that down as a consideration. Oh baby. Wow. We are alternative artwork out on that one. Wow. A showcase in Damphotrome. That is super cool. Abzan colors. Cycling for 3. Plain, swamp and forest. Look at that. And we even get a foil crustacean. I don't think we've ever had, well, tell me if you've had that happen, 3 showcase artworks in one pack before. That is super cool. Yeah, sweet. Doing a little bit shaking after that one. So I think in terms of, if I can pick these up, in terms of cards that we're going to pick first pack, if you're looking for value, sometimes you might just like the look of a card and you want it for value's sake, then you go for the triome. But in terms of actual playability and something that will increase your likelihood of winning, then it's going to be out of these 2 cards. Now, I think we've had a Blood Curdle before as our top pick, so to show some love for the alternative artworks that we've seen in this pack, I think we're going to go for the Pouncing Shore Shark. It looks so cool. I can't remember the program of it, but it's essentially just one of those, and a personified shark that's gonna deal some damage to your opponent. That artwork is so cool. So yeah, it's a toss up between those 2. What would you pick? Would you be greedy and pick the triome? Who knows? It's your right. You opened the pack, you paid the money to enter the event. Let me know what you would do in your situation. Otherwise, hopefully we'll draw some equally impressive packs. Look at all those artworks. Until the next time, that's all from me on Homebrew MTG. Cheers.